I'm live, I guess. Hi. I guess we're ready to go, so I'll just give you the countdown. It's as soon as I press start here, so 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so this is Pocket Kingdom. It's not really the kind of shooting game that usually is run on this marathon. I only get to shoot like I get the rocket launcher at 7 minutes or something, so there will be no shooting until that. So there's only one glitch we will be using during the run, and it's after we get the rocket launcher, so I'm not going to talk about that yet. The main form of like movement during in the first 8 minutes is this room resetting that I'm doing constantly. It allows to skip some walking. Mobile speed game, yeah, it's on mobile, it's also on Steam, it's not expensive at all, so you can go grab it if you want it. Talk about the plot, well, there is actually some plot in this game. It's not really that interesting. It's about this guy, he gets a job from the newspaper office, and he sets out on an adventure to the Cloud Islands, and here we are taking photographs. Actually, we're not taking any photographs, because there's no camera in this game. So as you saw, we just collected a key. We need to collect, I don't know how many keys, but some amount of keys to proceed. Any key works in every door and every chest, so we'll be collecting like the most optimal ones. The audio will also glitch out at some point after this room right here. So we will only hear the music and like 20% of all the sound effects are supposed to be. Here I'm just going to collect one other key that's like kinda out of the way, but this is the only key that I can get. The game is like, it's not a hard speedrun. It's pretty chill casually, and also as a speedrun. It takes like 5 hours to complete and like 7 hours to 100%. After that, the speedrun is under 15 minutes if you like practice even a little bit. As you can see, the sound glitched out right now, so we're not hearing. We're only hearing the music and some animation sounds. Here we will be collecting our first gear. We collect 2 different gears that we need to complete a puzzle with big quotation marks, so we can get the rocket launcher. We need 2 gears and a fish. But before all that, we collect boots in the next room. The boots allow us to climb 2 blocks instead of 1 normally, as you can see here. I'm going like this. Most of the time you want to use the boots climbing instead of ladders, like I will demonstrate in this room. It's always faster to do that instead of climb the ladders. Like for here example, it would be much slower to climb up the ladders. So instead we climb up to the platform over it then. Here we will get our grappling hook. Well, grappling hook does what a grappling hook does. We can pull ourselves to places and we can pull objects to us. Here we're going to use the climbing again because it puts us in the optimal position to pull the crate over there. Most of the speedrun is just memorizing rooms and where to go. Until we get the rocket launcher and a warp device that will break the game a little bit. Not too much, but a little bit. Yeah, we collected the big gear there, I forgot to mention it. It's just used for, like, you're supposed to collect 2 of the gears and the fish that's in the next room, so we can unlock a door. Also, those little platforms change the gravity. The fish is in this chest. There's the fish. I'm just going to reset a lot of rooms, because we're going to do the fish puzzle. Right here. Well, I don't really know if this is a puzzle, but technically it is. And say hello to Mario. There he is. This is actually Super Mario Odyssey now. I just collected a coin. We need 3 coins, so we can buy a key that allows us to get the warp device. Now we just, well, as you can see, we got our rocket gun. It's and just to mention, there are no enemies in this game at all, so we're not going to be shooting anyone. We're just going to be shooting boxes. These brown boxes can only be moved with the rocket launcher. Now we will go meet the portal demon that will give us the warp device. That's going to be our main form of movement after we unlock it. There's a point when I enter this portal, there's a possibility of crash if I do this too fast. So just for safety, I'm gonna wait a second. No crash, okay. Now here's our warp device. It allows us to do this, warp anywhere where we have already been. So it speeds things up a little. And you might wonder why the category is called any % Zeppelin. There's 2 endings to this game. The one we're doing right now is we escape with the Zeppelin that was in that room. The other one is Airship, which is the bad ending, and this is like the good ending. There's actually no like real difference between them, but that's how the developer intended it. Here's this is the biggest skip right here that I did there. You're not supposed to be able to grapple that wall, and that saves like 3 to 5 minutes maybe, because getting the blue key is a pain in the ass. Here we will see the rocket warp. It's basically you shoot a rocket and you can warp it to the other room. As you can see there, I moved this box with the rocket from the other room. It speeds things up in 3 rooms. We will be doing another rocket warp in this room. Well, not in this room, but we're gonna do it like this. To break that box, to get this key. Also in the next room we will be doing one of the hardest rocket warps. Well, the hardest because there's only so few of them. Because you have to be really fast with this thing. Like not, well, this is the easy one, you just do that. I think I failed it. Is the next one we're going to do, there's a thing blocking this rocket. And if I failed it. Now I have to time it differently. Yeah, that works. The reason we're going here, we're going to collect a star. The star gives us 5 coins that we're going to use to buy a red tinted key. The key will allow us to unlock a door that will give us another key that we open the Zeppelin with, so we can escape, I guess. There's really no danger in this place, so I don't know why we're escaping really. Right here is the star. I will also collect the rocket launcher from this room because it's faster. We will use it a little later. Now I'm just going to get to the shop, buy this key right here. We're almost done with the run. The red key opens this door right here. And from here we get electronic key, I guess it's called, yeah. Then we go to this room where we used the skip earlier. We get the last part that we need to fix the Zeppelin. It's a light bulb. The time is coming up, so be ready on that. Time is on time. So that's Pocket Kingdom. Yeah, I'm finished. So thanks for watching. I'm Gqro. I guess that's it.